morning inside the temple of Luxor, when the temple used to be under the sand and dirt. We excavated the temple, we changed the main entrance. The mosque still function until today. Still function until today. And the 99.9% of the Muslims of Egypt, they are Sunnah. Sunnah. Very, very few Shia. We actually, big conflict between the Sunnah and Shia, and the Egyptian, we don't accept the Shia at all. Right hand side, this is Alexander the Great Temple, with the beautiful high level energy, where the womb, the pregnancy, the fertility took a place, the generation and regeneration. And here you can see the bateau, the boat, with the Sphinx Avenue. You can see the three boat, the golden boat to the right hand side. Imagine the procession between the two temples, the path of God, and even there is so much not excavated yet, so much under the home, under the church. Believe me, this wall or this fence is split Luxor like Eastern Germany and Western Germany. So there is the only bridges are far away from here. So you got to walk like half an hour to take the bridge to cross to the river. So that's the festival road, And even there is so much still under the church. Can you see the church? Because this is a very, very old church. So they kept the church. But even there is so much under that church not excavated yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to enjoy the highest, the most divine place, the most sacred place to ancient Egypt, the Temple of Karnak. You could say Karnak is ancient Vatican. This is the Vatican, this is Jerusalem, this is the Holy Land to the Egyptian. Every Egyptian, you got to come to this place once in your lifetime. So we're going to visit the mountain of creation, the beginning of the beginning, the beginning of the manhood, the beginning of the childhood, the beginning of the creation of ancient Egypt. Because in ancient mythology we have so many stories of creation, because creation came out of water, and from that water an island found, which is an egg was found, and from that egg a goose hatched. The goose hung, quack, 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 quack. They gave us the sound of creation. And to be honest with you, the Egyptians were the first people. They told us about the story of the Big Bang, Big Bounce, Big Crunch written. And this is written, the story of the Big Bang, the story of the Big Bounce, the story of the Big Crunch, written in one of the pyramid, because there is so many mystery about pyramid. So when we talk about the story of creation, story of the sperm of God, the sperm who gave life, and the sperm went with the full moon, with the full moon, and that sperm went all the way to Luxor in the womb, because don't forget please, the baby of the husband and wife is the moon. So when the moon rises, The Egyptian believe the sperm of God fly. The sperm mix with the womb in that divine place. And then creation came. That's why, please, we believe King of Egypt, he is the source of creation. He is the power of creation. He is divine. He is the one who created the whole creatures. Egyptian believe in our king we trust. He is the source of life. King of Egypt is the sun, give us heat and light. King of Egypt is the Nile, give us water and flood. And silt is the ILT. King of Egypt is the grapes you eat. And King of Egypt, he is the wine you drink. The wine you drink. That's why, please, he is the source, he is the life being given to every Egyptian. So we believe is the mountain of creation, the beginning of the beginning. And also there is another story of creation, which is, say, the goddess sneeze and spit. Sneeze and spit. This is how creation came. Earth, heaven, mist, all this kind of philosophy of ancient Egypt. We're really gonna enjoy that amazing site. Management in this place, architecture in this place is beyond your expectation. Seriously. So, the bus is our private. Excuse me, please. I do. Even we read, please. Amen. Amen. He's the one who created the sperm. The sperm in a man. Seed in a woman. That's why he is the father of the father. He is the mother of the mother. He's the one who created the whole creatures. Amen. That's why, please, every king in Egyptian history, every king, the second half of his name is Amen, or the first half of his name is Amen. You know the famous king in Egyptian history, what's his name? Ankh. Amun incorrect. Amun incorrect. Ankh Amen. One of the king, his name Amenhotep. Amun is content. Amun is happy. So this is the philosophy plays of the Egyptian name, because Egyptian name very scientific. When we talk about those kind of school of creation, the Big Bang, the Big Bounce, the Big Crunch, he is the one who taking care of you. Come here, please. Ladies and gentlemen, every house of God, every house of God in ancient Egypt, please, must get a fence. See this fence, please? And this fence, this wall, give you the idea between what? The idea between positive and negative. Positive and negative. Give you the idea between what? Between order and chaos. Disorder, please. Outside the temple used to be the negative. When you go to church, when you go to synagogue, no one there to go inside. You have to be perfect. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, one of the very important exam, one of the very important tests being given to the priest before they step inside the temple, by the gate, by the entrance there, they have to give them what? They have to give them a drunkenness test. Because don't forget, please, the priest where they live, this is the village. This is the village of the priest. You know, the priest, the end of the day, they used to drink beer and wine. Was allowed to drink beer and wine. They can drink all night. But when you come inside the temple, a drunkenness test being given to you. A drunkenness test. Why? Why they give you a drunkenness test? To avoid mistake. Because if there is a mistake in the house of God, they believe what? The positive and the negative will make you depressed. This is all come upside down. That's why, please, King of Egypt is the positive. He is the order on earth to maintain your energy. Please come with me. Excuse me, please. Hello. Ancient Egyptian mythology, ancient Egyptian religion, the thought, the thinking, they really advance. This morning, King David danced before the Ark of the Covenant. The soul in Christianity took a shape of a dove. The bird in ancient mythology, it is the dove. Egyptian told us about cloning. You have a double. Every one of you got a double. We call it what? We call it the ʻkɑː. The ʻkɑː, K-A. The ba, the soul. You got a body. You got a name. You got a shadow. Moses, Ten Commandment. Moses' Ten Commandment. If you read, please, if you read the hymns of Moses, it is the hymns of Akhenaten, the one who believe in one God. Egyptian, by the way, when they mummify body, they took 4 organs from the body, but they left 2 organs in the body. What's the 2 organs in the body? Heart and kidney. No, heart and kidney left in the body because Egyptian believe. The day of judgment, please. The day of judgment. You and me, we are guilty. They weigh the heart against the feather. And please, when they weigh the king heart against the feather, because the feather, she's a goddess of justice to the Egyptian, and her interesting name, the conscious of consciousness. The conscious of consciousness. While they weigh the king's heart, imagine please, what's the king got to do? What's he gonna say? I never look at the wife of my friend. I never insult anyone. I never damage any offering. Please, ladies and gentlemen, come 2 steps here. And how the Egyptian, very religious people. That's why, please, religion was connected with your soul, connected with your energy, connected with your feeling. Read, please. Read. Excuse me. We're talking about what? Excuse me. Ma'it. Remember that name, please. Ma'it. Please. Who's Ma'it? She's the lady sitting there. What's in the top of her head, please?
Feather.
The feather. And don't forget, please, her name. Excuse me, her name. Her name means what? Ma'it. The conscious of consciousness. See how beautiful her name. Because your heart is your conscious. And here, look. By the way, this is 3000 BC.
3000 BC.
Even more. Way before Christianity, before Islam, before Buddhism, before any other culture, please. See how. And the last, which is not written here, please. Which is not written here. He got to say, he got to say and announce, I never tease a pygmy. You know the pygmy, the dwarf? I never tease a pygmy. Because a pygmy...
It's very easy to tease a pygmy.
But in ancient Egypt you have to announce, I never tease a pygmy. Because a pygmy, he's a god of medicine, and he's the one who make you laugh. Because Egyptians were the first people to use what? Laugh therapy. Laugh therapy. And also he got to say, I never loo on the river. I never done any pollution to the river. How? See, what's those people thinking? Here, excuse me. See, never done anything in my life. I'm innocent. Take me to the 7th heaven. Take me to Osiris. Take me where the Iaro, the paradise. Please come with me.
Deus Amun.
Me gusta así separado del grupo.
The size of the door, which is supposed to be here, and that door got a pin code, password, and that password they change every 10 days, because week to the Egyptian is 10 days. And the reason they change the password because of the priest might be drunk. So they have to change that name every 10 days. Egyptian way of counting 1 and 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Husband, wife, and a baby. Amen. His wife. Mut, the womb. His boy. His son is the moon. So please, sun, moon, and earth. This is the divine energy, please, of this place. Sun, make you warm. Moon, sometimes could make you moody. Lunatic day. Loony, he is loony. Because we have one of the god in Egyptian mythology, his name Seth. Seth, and you call him, all of you nowadays, you call him Satan. He is a loony. He's the one who killed his father. And please, the earth, where all of us, we came from earth. So please, that door made of what? That door made of cedar wood. Cedar wood. And Egyptians get the cedar wood from where? They get the cedar wood, they get the cedar wood from Lebanon. Can you imagine, please? Lebanon. And please, everybody, I do ask you to come with me here. Please, come here. This is 2000 BC. Where it started, please. 2000 BC. We are here exactly. Excuse me, this is 300 BC. 2000 BC, 300 BC. So how many years? 1700 years to finish that space. But believe me if I say it took 2000 years to finish. And don't forget, please, every temple in Egypt is duality. Negative and positive. This is very important, please, to understand. One side of the temple is negative. Your higher self, your lower self, your higher initiation, your lower initiation. So here, please, we are standing here exactly. The temple started here by one of the king, 2000 BC, Middle Kingdom. And this is here, this is the last king, Karnak. We have a very tough earthquake happen. An earthquake happened 27 BC. Here, look. Damage most of the complex. This is all crumbled down. This is all collapse. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning when we talk, Egypt is a part of the covenant. Egypt is a part of the covenant. The name of Egypt is mentioned in the Old Testament, the New Testament. So here, please, look at this king, please. Excuse me. This king. Read his name, please. Taharqa. Taharqa. Please, everybody, Google that name. Sorry, Google that name, Taharqa, because he's one of the Nubian king. He's the one who saved Jerusalem. Excuse me. He saved Jerusalem from the Assyrian. His name mentioned twice. His name mentioned twice in the Old Testament. The two king and the chronicle. They call him what? They call him the defender of Israel, place, because the Assyrian came and attacked Syria and Jerusalem. So he took his army. And camped before the wall of Jerusalem. And the Old Testament tell us, especially the two king and the chronicle, the two king, they tell us an angel of the Lord came down and killed so many of the Assyrian army, and Jerusalem was saved because of the help of ʻkɑːር. He got a palace in Jerusalem, by the way. And by the way, this is one of the Nubian king. He came all the way from where? He came all the way from Sudan. This is where they live originally, please. So when we say the history of Egypt, by the way, is really beyond. Somebody said more than 30,000 years. More than 30,000 years. Read life in ancient Nubia. Read life in ancient Egypt, please. We have so many interesting books. One day I will tell you like 10 books you can read. So here, please. So you see, please, you see that line? And the line goes all the way straight. This is meant to give you what? This is meant to give you infinity. Infinity. There is no limit for your feeling. No limit for your energy. Wherever you want to go, take your energy and go. Please come.
Mas o seu telefone já faz as imagens com razão. Ah, meu telefone foi agora.
The temple we're going to visit, it's isolated there. See, and it's very close to the wall place. It's very close to the positive and negative. So this is a amazing temple we're going to enjoy, because she is you could say, the mother of the spirituality of ancient Egypt. And sometimes she's a lioness, she's a cat, she's a scorpion, she's a butterfly. But here in the temple, she is a lioness, because a lioness to the Egyptians, she is a healer. She cures every sickness and pain. Every sickness and pain. That's why actually, let's walk and see her. She's waiting for you.
Close. Hey.
The French guy, let's go. The Brazilian are here.
I was looking for the Brazilian to make sure they're all.
I see you. I look after you.
Okay.
This is actually the meaning.
Where is the Rosetta Stone?
Rosetta Stone, by the way, the original Rosetta Stone in the British Museum. Rosetta is a city in north of Cairo. This is where they found the Rosetta Stone. Be ready for the surprise. في حد هناك؟
بيعملوا الدبوس على النحل زي يشيلوا على ظهر.
By the way, excuse me, this temple is close, to be honest with you, but Luxor is my home. Being an archaeologist, you know, we're gonna open the door. When we go inside, please, we go in peace and silence, because this is the place where I'm gonna give you at least 10 minutes. You can really inspire and get yourself those kind of positive energy.
Thank the people behind are in our
Circle of energy, where at least we could have like 10 minutes inside.
me if you have, if some got a flashlight, focus on the statue and enjoy the 10-minute meditation in this room like this.
Por la distancia y el tiempo. Ya les vamos, nos vamos.
Yo sé.
Increíble que lo logramos otra vez. ¿Por qué te digo tan? Mira, aquí quiero que nos tomes uno.
Wow. Brilliant.